Rooster
Nah,
lately?
not at
You
all.
been vegan now, haven't you?
I'm trying to be. I tried to be, but then I slipped. I watched What the Health, and then I
knew
slipped.
I knew that's what it was. That's why I asked you questions. I was like,
This
this
is
brother been
Zilla
eating vegan.
Valentine from Global Grind.
Yeah.
You gentlemen are making a big mistake.
This here is Mr. Thurgood Marshall. Man is an attorney. You will treat him with the respect that he deserves.
My great-granddaddy, he was a slave. We're not slaves now, are we? We've got weapons we didn't have before. We've got the law.
Baby, you go into these towns who've never seen a Negro lawyer.
Hey, boy!
You need to be careful.
NAACP.
Thurgood, you're going to Connecticut.
Joseph Spell, Negro servant attacked socialite in her own bedroom.
This case will show the world if a colored man can get a fair trial in the United States.
There's only 13 million Negroes depending on you.
Don't any of you have any confidence in me?
I'd say you have enough confidence for us all.
You used to watch Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? Back in the day?
Of course.
They reverse light skin outvivid you for this, because Thurgood is like light skin, bro.
Oh yeah, he is. But that's different though, because Viv is not a real person.
That's true.
Yeah, that's that. You know what I love about that whole thing is I watched the episode when they switched it, when Fresh Prince looks at. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
He looks at the new one Viv and he's like, something different about you. Like, I watched the episode the other day.
What was it like taking on this role, man?
You know, this role was a very difficult task. It's like a lot of subtle difficulties in it, and but at the same time, it was like doing theater. It was to me, the beauty of it is that it didn't feel like a biopic. It's not written like a biopic. It's written like he's like a Western. It's written like a buddy, a buddy detective cop movie or attorney movie. It's written like a whodunit.
And so I hope that it inspires more of that kind of interaction and more of that kind of rolling up your sleeves and helping those in need of justice. This is also a movie that doesn't feel pedantic. It doesn't feel like it's spoon-feeding the audience medicine. It feels entertaining. It's a thriller. It's a legal thriller. It's a buddy movie in some cases. It is a Western. You know, you have a literal marshal coming in to this unknown territory and trying to upend the system.
And so, I feel like the courtroom thriller Western aspect of it was a fun thing to take on, and finding Thurgood Marshall's actual character, the swagger of that time that he used to basically to make America what it should be. He had to use that jazz in order to walk in rooms where he was not liked and get people to listen to him. He used it to walk into rooms where, it was people that were on a similar side but had a different angle of the truth, and he was open to debating those people. So it was just an interesting person to play.
Was it a conscious thing? Because you crafted a lot of comedy in this. Like, I found myself laughing at parts of this movie, and I'm just like, I don't know if that's supposed to be funny, but it's hilarious.
It's supposed to.
Yeah.
And I think that was that was brilliantly captured in the script itself. And that was something that was very important to Reggie because, these are serious issues. And if they get too serious, in many ways the audience puts up a defense mechanism. But, in our lives, when we're dealing with tragedy, there's always laughter to combat it. That's a part of humanity.
I think from the very beginning in our rehearsals, we, if we were sitting at a table together and they would like do a read, one of us would get up and it would end up being like a scene, all of a sudden. And, You know, if they gave us one, you know, the version of the script that was the newest one, we would be like, no, but we actually like the old version of this scene. And he's like, well, I like that, but I like the other version of the scene. We should take this and put it in here, and then let's just improv this. It never was stuck in a box.
These were men who were both extraordinarily gifted at what they did, but they were men who didn't take themselves too seriously, and who shared a certain sense of, you know, humor at the fact that things are really rough, and sometimes you just got to laugh about it.
Sterling, I thought you stole the show in Marshall.
Thanks.
Because I've spoken to you before, and
Yeah.
you don't speak like your character. You don't move like your character. And when I look at movies and I see phenomenal acting, I got to tip my hat to it, man. It was
Appreciate
great.
that,
What was it like crafting this character?
It was a lot of fun. And I say that because I enjoy variety. And I like trying to keep people guessing. When they think that they're going to get something from me in particular, try to give them something a little bit different. So I just done People versus OJ, so I knew Darden was there. And I shot the pilot for This Is Us, so I knew people were about to meet Randall. So the fact that I got a chance to step into this dude, Joseph Spell, who was nothing like either one of those two cats, who was probably the most flawed of all three of those particular individuals, it was something that I looked forward to, because whether he's a perfect person or not, his story deserved to be told. So yeah.
Godzilla!
Yeah.
Zilla bitch!